shit. As a matter of fact, I've only slept like 3 hours today. I'm awake since 15 hours and I'm still making a video with like 9% left, man. You know what I'm saying? The hustle is real, man. The hustle is goddamn real. But you know what's also real? People don't take breaks. Including this guy right here. Including your goat, your host, Blazing Mellow, the Raging Sun, the Blazing Star right here. I am not taking breaks and this is not healthy, man. It's just not healthy, man. For all my people who've read Berserk, the Berserk manga, when Guts was stripping into his when Guts was like putting his Berserk armor on, he's like over exhausting himself. He goes crazy, essentially. For all my people who don't watch Berserk or who haven't read the manga, when Guts is putting on his armor, he goes into Berserk mode, as the title of the anime is saying. He goes Berserk basically. But what happens when this motherfucker is going Berserk, man? He's exhausting himself. Anytime he snaps out of his Berserk mode, based on him slipping into his armor, he feels utterly exhausted, man. And this is what's very common in this world among people who are productive. I'm not talking about lazy people right here. If you're lazy, get away, man. Go. Just go if you're lazy, man. This video is not applying to you. Don't waste your time. Just go. Go outside, man. Go outside, man. Go away. Go away right now if you're lazy. Okay, now that all lazy people left, let's just talk to my productive peeps, to my productive folks. So, like, just as Iron Man. Taking no breaks is fucking exhausting. Taking no breaks is burning you out. And you might have a whole lot of stamina, just as I have, mentally speaking. I can go on forever without no goddamn break. But eventually, you overexhaust yourself. Eventually, your mind is making your body. When you exhaust your mind, you exhaust your body. Do you know how I found out? I had to find out the hard way, man. I don't know if you can see it, but oh, there we go. You see this white thing right here? This is not dirt. This is not dandruff. This is a white hair, man. Yeah, boy is having one white hair. You know why? Because I was stressing myself the fuck out, man. I am restless as a motherfucker. Thus, I exhausted my mind, and now my body's being exhausted. My hair's turning goddamn gray. I know it's just one tiny ass piece of hair, but it's showing that I'm doing too much. I'm motherfucking doing too much, but yeah, boy, it's doing too much, but yeah, boy, it's not the definition of a calm and restful person, per se. I mean, I've managed to gain one gray hair, one white hair at fucking 20. I'm barely 20. I'm like 20 since 1 month or so. And I've already have one white hair, man. Do you know why? I don't have a receding hairline. Don't get it fucked up. My shit is perfectly straight, man. Woo. My shit is perfectly straight, like the y-axis, like my goddamn boner, man. When I wake up in the morning, man. My hairline is goddamn straight, but still, me overexhausting my mind leads to me overexhausting my body.
Hey, that's real shit, though, man.
Not ages fast, though. I deplete
I feel
myself
you,
fast,
bro.
And if I don't take proper breaks, I get sicknesses, hell, even inflammation, because inflammation. What the fuck is inflammation? Being in a flame. A flame is
real shit.
Inflammation is like caused when a body part of yours is stressed, when it can't regenerate properly, because it's being overused. It's like overheating. Inflammation is like overheating in bodily terms. Mosquito, get your ass away. Inflammation is like overheating. If you have a lot of inflammation, you are doing too much. Chances are you doing too much, and you don't take any breaks, man. Even like singers, like rappers, people who use their throat too much. No, don't think about some weird shit, man. People who use their throat too much, and don't think about some weird shit right here. People who use their throat too much, for God's sake. They have like inflammation in their throat, and they cannot use it anymore. You see? The gist of it all is my dialogue, my monologue, rather. I'm not talking to somebody, my monologue. I'm not schizophrenic, even though I have Venus in Gemini, man. Yeah, boy, it's crazy, but anyways. My point of my monologue is that if you don't take proper breaks, you will turn sick bodily wise, not even mentally. Also mentally, because your mind at some point is going to wear and tear. Your mind is going to break at some point, but also physically, which is way more severe, which is like further, more extreme manifestation of the sick mind. Because a sick mind creates a sick body, because the mind becomes the body. Watch my video in which I debunked that the mind is not emanated by the brain, that the mind and the brain are not the same. I meant to say that the mind is not produced by the brain. You know what I'm saying? Check my video out, my live stream out, in which I was talking about that the mind is not made by the brain. In that video, I talked in depth, in very depth and in very detail on how the mind is working and how it affects your body. Spoiler alert, it becomes your body. It becomes your body, you know what I'm saying? I made a live stream on this topic a couple of weeks ago. I think like 3 weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. But yeah, if you're like productive, and I know a lot of productive people watch my channel because you guys are fucking goated. Because I'm goated people watch my channel. Shout out, man. Shout out to all my content creators, you're goated. To all my goats, to all my hardworking Capricorn, Billy goats type shit. Even though if you enter Capricorn, you're just playing with Capricorn energy, you're fucking working too much. If you're working too much, you will turn sick, and don't find out the hard way. Don't wait until you have one gray hair at the age of fucking 20 or so. Don't wait if your hairline is already receding. Don't wait when your throat is sore and now you can speak no more. Take a break. Take a break. And right now is not the time to take breaks, but do it in micro steps because of the moon is like waxing. We have to put in energy. But even then, even motherfucking then, don't take it too far, man. Because if you take it too far, you will turn sick, you will turn crippled, you will cripple yourself. It's like yin and yang, like masculine and feminine, like moon and night, moon and sun and moon, day and night type shit. Resting and relaxing. Why do you think we have something called nighttime? Why do you think we do something called sleeping? Have you ever wondered why we do something called sleeping? Because sleeping is necessary. We can't be awake 24/7. You can't be a robot 24/7. You just can't be on 24/7. And the same thing applies to your mind. Shut your mind down from time to time. Meditate, listen to music, go for a walk, do some cartwheels, hit the griddy, do some breakdance moves, do whatever the fuck you like to calm down your mind. Because your mind is a body too. In fact, it's your first body. Why do you think we call it your mental body? Because it's a fucking body. And the body needs fucking rest. Because a body is not a machine. Therefore, you can't stay alive. And you can't stay awake 24/7. And you also can't stay alive 24/7. You will die one day. Spoiler alert. You will fucking die one day. You need to take rests. Because without rests, you doing shit won't be good. Imagine you're doing something and you're tired as fuck, man, but you have like some sort of weird ego in your mind. I need to be productive 24/7. I need to work 24/7, but you're just producing some ass shit. You're just producing some hot garbage, man, some trash shit, man, some nasty ass shit. Because you don't take time to recharge. If you take time to actually recharge your mind and your body, when it's time to work again, once you've recharged, you will be way better. Way better. Way better. Because activity is only useful if you take proper rest. Otherwise, you will just exhaust yourself without no proper chance of regenerating yourself. And what do you know about regenerating yourself, huh? What do you know about regenerating yourself, huh? You depleted fuck. You depleted idiot. You depleted fucker, man. What the fuck? Fucking regenerates from time to time. Not from time to time, every day, not 24/7, but every day you need to regenerate. Every day you need to take a damn pause. You need to take a damn break, man. It's of no use working your life away, but lose yourself by working your life away. It's like me, man. I'm working my life away. I have some sicknesses in my heart. And yeah, with my heart is some shit like that because I was working too much. I was overly exhausting my heart area. I put out too much from my heart area. And some other different reasons. Therefore, I turned sick because I took no time to rest. I took no time to just enjoy the calmness, enjoy peace.
Blaze Miller also, man. Bro, what the hell? See, bro, it's like, man, it's hard when I put this shit. Oh my god, bro. Shit, bro.
enjoy proper emotion. I was like, nah, man, fuck my emotions. Put my emotions to the side and work. And default, I froze my heart chakra, and now I'm sick. Now I have to deal with heart issues. It doesn't have to be that way. Don't be like 18-year-old mellow man or like 17-year-old mellow man. Don't be like that, man. Don't be like that. You know better. And if you don't, now you know better because you see my video. You're welcome, man. You're fucking welcome, man. Save your applause, man. Save your applause, man. As a matter of fact, don't save your applause. Where's my applause? Where my money? Melo's white hair, man. Hey, it looks kind of cool, man. It looks kind of cool, man. I like it. I mean, it's been like that for like a couple of weeks, man. I don't have like ongoing white hair. My hair stopped turning fully white. It's just one piece. God is like, yo, God was like, calm the fuck down, or you will lose all of your beautiful hair color. Man. What the fuck? Sometimes you have to learn the hard way. Sometimes you have to lose something to realize something. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, it shouldn't be that way. I made a video once, which was called "All the Idiots Learn from Pain." Only idiots need pain to learn, and we all are idiots, including me. Sometimes I need pain to learn. Sometimes shit was taken away from me to make me realize, yo, you need to learn. Yo, watch out for this. Yo, watch out for that. You know what I'm saying? But basically, that's it, man. That's pretty much the gist of it all. Take rest, ladies and gentlemen, rest. So whatever the fuck you need to do to take a rest. We all take rests differently, and some of us need less rests, and some of us need more rests. It's all independent. I mean to say it's all an individual measurement process on how much rest you need and how much action you need. You need to balance yourself out. Personally, I don't need a lot of rest. I can work forever, man. Not forever, but you know what I'm saying? You know this, I like to exaggerate, man. I can work for a very long time without feeling exhausted. But eventually I turn exhausted, and if I don't take proper rests, I will turn sick. It's simple. It's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. Take the time out, it's worth it. It's worth it your whole entire life, man. It's worth your life, man. It can save your life. And you can destroy your life by not taking rests. You can destroy your life by just over-exhausting yourself in work. And life is not all about work. I mean, as a dude, life may be all about work. I keep it 100. But it's also about meaningful moments. And when I'm saying work, I'm not talking about your job or something. I'm talking about your purpose. It's good to invest time in your purpose. As a matter of fact, it's mandatory to invest time in your purpose. Otherwise, what the fuck are you doing? Otherwise, what the fuck are you even living for, man? You feel me? But even then, don't take it too far. Don't make a job out of your purpose. There we go. Don't make a job out of your purpose, because this is the fastest way to turn sick, to turn uninspired, to make something boring, and to just be burnt out. Just don't turn something into a job. That means don't do something on an extreme level. Chill, let it go, let it fly sometimes. Because you cannot be light if you're constantly heavy. This is like too much practicality. Way too much practicality is also a bad thing. We always like to say, oh, too much theoretical and emotional things are too bad, and too much logical things are too bad, and thinking too much is too bad, and too much feeling is too bad. Right, it is. But what's also bad is too much working. Too much of anything is bad, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't be too much, man. Don't do too much. Yeah, you extra, man. Oh, yeah. Hustle 24/7, yeah. I'm looking at Instagram reels. I'm looking at David Goggins. I'm reading David Goggins' book. I'm listening to Andrew Tate's podcast. Yeah, working 24/7. And what the fuck do you know about working 24/7? Obviously nothing. Because if you was a true productive individual, you know the true emphasis and the true value and the true goddamn utility of rest and the mandatory need of taking a rest. All the idiots who don't do shit, who are lazy all their life, are like extreme hustle motherfuckers. Hustle. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? This suspicious ass gesture. Oh, what the fuck? And once again, I'm not saying don't work. Work like fucking crazy, but don't do it in an extreme manner without taking no rests. And people who take absolutely zero rests, like literally zero rests, were those who came from extreme laziness, because everything is self-reflection. It's very cool to no longer be lazy, you know what I'm saying? I feel you. Well, I don't feel it because I never been lazy in my life. My moon's in the 6th house and my mom was a Virgo. And my dad's a Capricorn. I've never been lazy. But, you know what I'm saying? Too much is too much. Even if you were lazy your whole entire life.
Oh my
yes,
God,
good to go
man. shit.
for a
Hey,
period
man, I
of time, but
fuck
don't
the
keep
nigga,
it up
man, man.
in that extreme fashion, because you will unalive yourself. You will end your life before your time comes, before your age is even like at a higher amount of age. What the fuck am I even talking about? Before you're even old. What the fuck am I even talking about? Before you're old, man. So yeah, it's super important to take rests and don't underestimate rests. And a lot of us, including me, feel guilty when we take rests because we have like a constant need to be productive. I mean, I've been doing shit all day. I've been up for 15 hours plus. I slept 3 hours. I've only eaten a little bit. I'm fucking exhausted, but it's worth it. It's goddamn worth it. And the biggest point is, some of us have trouble taking rests because we feel guilty when we take a rest. First of all, that's like cool. As a matter of fact, that's actually good because you are a very proactive individual. But don't take it too far, man. I'm just saying, just don't take it too far, man. And all my lazy peeps, if you're lazy and you're still watching, don't take this as a justification to sit on your ass. Ah, yeah, he said don't take it too far. He said working too much is bad. No, I don't say working too much is bad. There can never be enough work. Working too much doesn't exist. There's only a thing called resting too less. If you're resting too less, that's bad. If you're resting too much, you're a fucking idiot, man. And don't justify your lazy ass natures by watching my video and twisting my words, man.
What he said?
Don't twist my words, man. Don't
He
twist
said
my
you
words,
rest
man.
too much, you wet.
No such thing as working too much. It only becomes detrimental. Working too much is bad. No, I don't say working too much is bad. There can never be enough work. Working too much doesn't exist. There's only a thing called resting too less. If you're resting too less, that's bad. If you're resting too much, you're a fucking idiot, man. And don't justify your lazy ass natures by watching my video and twisting my words, man. Don't twist my words, man. Don't twist my words, man. No such thing as working too much. It only becomes detrimental if you don't take enough rests. And this is the whole entire point of this video. Take enough rests. Before your hair turns grey or something. Take proper rests, man. Take proper rests, man. Take proper rests. As a matter of fact, this is also genetic, man. Like my family side, my uncles all had like white hair at their 20s and they wasn't even doing shit. It also may be genetic, but that's besides the fact. That's besides the fact. This is just about my unmodest ass ego, for my exalted ass ego, for my lionistic ass, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my Leos, shout out my Leos, shout out my Leos. I love my Leos, shout out my Leos, shout out my Leos. Shout out to all my Leos and my Aries. The sun is exalted in Aries. Y'all are selfish ass motherfuckers too, man. We all like to say Leos are egotistical, but have you ever seen an Aries act? Where's the sun exalted at? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? 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 But anyways, fuck astrology. Enough astrology for today, man. Lazy motherfuckers, man. Don't take this video as an excuse to, yeah, I say lazy. I sit on my ass 24/7. Yeah, I sit on my ass 24/7. I'm not doing shit 24/7. Yeah. I'm visiting Michael Jackson, La La Land. Yeah, I'm just playing with my pet koala bear 24/7. Yeah. I'm just lazy 24/7. Yeah, I'm playing Fortnite 24/7. Yeah, because he said working too much is bad. No! I never said working too much is bad. I said taking no rests is bad. There's no such thing as working too much. There can never be enough work. Because what the fuck are you doing if you're not working towards something? If you're not building towards something? Being entertained all day? Keyword all day? Miss me with that bullshit, man. Miss me with that goddamn bullshit, man. You can miss me severely with that bullshit. What the fuck? Miss me by a mile with that bullshit. It's all about what you spend your time into. And don't take no rests. I meant to say, take rests. God damn it, take rests. Because sticking to the berserk example of Guts, like of Guts, the main character. Once he came out of his berserker mode, while he was doing too much, when he's in his berserker mode, in his berserk arm, he's doing too much. He's killing everybody, he's slicing everybody, he turns into a goddamn beast. But when he comes out, he's utterly exhausted. Hell, in one episode, his hair even turned white because he was too exhausted. Because he overexhausted himself. And the same shit happened to me, man. I overexhausted myself and now my hair is turning white. Not it's turning white, but one little. You can't even see it, man. I'm over-exaggerating. I'm a drama king, man. I'm a goddamn Leo, man. What the fuck did you expect me to say, man? But my hair turned white. One little piece of my hair turned white. One minuscule piece of hair turned white. My lionistic mane turned white. One little particle turned white. Because I was overexhausting myself. And that's not good, man. That's not fucking good, man. My lesson is learned, and I hope you learned your lesson. that being said, I'll go for 25 more seconds, and then I had 20 minutes, and I'll just finish, go on the inside, take a shower, eat some, and chill, because I've done too much, man. My artwork is done, music is done, now my video is done. Now I go on the inside, take a shower, hot bath, eat some, and just chill for the night, man. Because rests are goddamn important. Before you know it, it's already dark outside. Before you know it, it's already nighttime. Being said, yeah boy, Blaze in the middle of the raging sun, the blazing star sunning out. And look out for me. Soon enough, a couple songs of mine are dropping, man. My first songs are dropping soon enough, man. I'll release like 1, 2, 3 at the same time. I'm retarded, I can't speak. I'll release like a couple songs at the same time. What do they call it? Like an EP. Yes, sir. Mellow EP, man. A mellow EP is coming soon. Soon enough, man. In a couple weeks. Like next week or something, depending how fast I am. With that being said, your boy Blaze in the middle of the raging sun, the blazing star signing out. Peace out. Take proper rest, ladies and gentlemen. And goodbye.
Yeah, Mello. That was tough. That dude say, man. T. you a dope mellow. TT. See what my boy talking about. Pause everybody. Probably gotta reload this whole.
And then tell you a week later, come on, we going to go shoot at the ops for something that you have nothing to do with. Wouldn't you still be morally right and still be right within your organization if you said, nigga, I ain't got shit to do with that? Wouldn't you be would not be wrong for trying to get you to go do something that you have nothing to do with? I didn't even care to have a meeting and ask y'all how y'all felt, right or wrong?
Correct.
Okay then, so take that same principle and apply it to the fucking military. So you telling me that you got the military overseas going on missions, they killing people, they bombing people, and you not even telling us that they doing it. You ain't even telling us what the fuck they doing or why they doing it. We have no clue what the fuck you doing overseas. All we know is somebody came over here and said we about to bomb y'all motherfuckers for what y'all did last week, and now we looking crazy. Because now we look. Okay, so it was a war. So that's a. Go ahead.
The propaganda.
Say that again one more
How
time.
would you, so I believe that opens the door to propaganda being played out on the masses. So
Yes, it does.
that leads me to the next question. I'm not sure if you're aware. I believe you're most likely aware of the COVID pandemic and the lawsuits that were placed before the COVID shutdown by China
Right.
amongst or against, excuse me, the United States of America.
Okay. So the coach, I heard you and repeat it one more time because I'm not gonna act like I didn't hear you, but when it comes to legal shit, I want to make sure I'm answering right. So say it one more time.
Comprehend you.
Correct.
So that opens the door to the propaganda being played out amongst the masses,
Yes, sir. It does.
considering
Yeah.
everything that's already been promoted and distributed, excuse me, to the masses, along with the cover-up with propaganda from the COVID shutdown and lawsuits that were filed against the United States of America by
Right.
China right before the COVID shutdown. So is that further war crimes
Yes.
or treason?
Well, both. Well. It's treason, but that's what makes it.
I agree with
That's
you on
what.
both.
Yeah. What I want everything to be, properly triggered though. So like, shooting somebody is a crime, but it becomes federal when there's certain elements involved. You know what I'm saying? Robbing somebody is a crime, but it becomes felonious and federal, or excuse me, it breaches being just a felony. It becomes a federal crime when certain elements are involved. So when I say a war crime, you can do something, but it's the way that you did it that would make it a war crime. So what I'm saying is treason, but in the way that they just did it and on the level that they did it, especially since they did it while in office, it makes it a war crime. Yeah, like if I, for example, if you walk up to me right now and you slap me while I'm on this live, right? If I call 911,
I get you.
yeah, if I call 911, that's simple assault. But if a police officer get out their car and walk up to me and slap the shit out of me on duty, they looking at 3 to 8 at minimum for the feds. On top of the fact that they committed an assault because they did it on duty. So the thing is you can't what the average person can get away with, you can't get away with, especially being the president of the United States. Like I said, if you commit a petty theft while you are a regular person, it's a petty theft. If the police go to the mall, grab something and walk out and try to steal it, they gonna be looking at 3 to 8 because you violated your oath. So the thing is this: Donald Trump and every other president that has ever been in that motherfucking office has violated their oath.
So I like this topic. So considering violating oath and misconduct, that should be implemented on the parties involved. How is it so easily for them to resign before those consequences are played out or distributed?
Exactly.
How is it so easy for the president to get out of all of these legal issues?
Exactly.
I believe Donald Trump never left the White House, never was impeached. I believe he resigned and left the military in charge. How do you feel about that?
That may or may not be true, but regardless of him, regardless of Bush, regardless of Hillary, regardless of, not Hillary, regardless of Joe Biden, regardless of all the way back to fucking Dwight Eisenhower, it doesn't, not saying it doesn't matter.
Back to the Pope.
Yeah, all the way, I'm saying all the way back to them. It doesn't matter. What matters is the federal government is not doing its job, and the district attorney's office is not doing its job because it's their job to call them out for that. So what matters is anything that the president has done that they were not supposed to do, whoever the fuck the attorney general was at that time, or is at this time, was and is supposed to call it out exactly the way I'm calling it out. And if they have not or they did not, they asses get in charge too. So to answer your question on top of what you answered it, because I'm not invalidating your answer, I'm just going to add to it. To answer your question on top of what you just said, the issue is this: they're getting away with it because the police the district attorney is not saying nothing. The sheriff is not saying nothing. The FBI is not saying nothing. They're just sitting there watching them do it. That's why they're getting away with it. Because the sheriff is watching this motherfucker do it. The fucking DA is watching them do it. The FBI is watching them do it. And they're not holding them to the proper standard because none of them is holding each other to the proper standard because they all letting each other get away with dirty shit. So that's why every single president is able to go in there, do bullshit, and then walk out of there like they didn't do bullshit because nobody's actually going in there and doing their job on behalf of the people. They going in there, they stealing money, and then they getting the fuck out of there. And then on top of the fact that they stealing money, they using the military to peek into other people's nations, see what the fuck they could take, and then they doing that too, and then they getting the fuck out of there. And the average person is so afraid to speak up in court or so afraid to stand on their own that most people don't even speak up on their own legal matters. You think people gonna speak up on the legal matters of everybody in the country? No. And then on top of that, you have to factor this in, and this is something that I take into consideration with all cases. The United States public education system is not even, we don't even use books publicated by ourselves. We use books publicated by Israel, and the Israeli government keeps the average literacy level over here at no higher than a 6th grade reading level. So you can be in college, you can be in high school, and the average high school today is as much as you may think it's advanced. Unless you go to a private school or something, the average public school, by the time you get to sophomore year in high school, you still at a 7th, 8th grade reading level. And so I say that to say this: the literacy level in America is kept so low intentionally because they don't want you to figure this shit out, such as I have. Because when you figure it out, you can write it up and ping it, and it's gonna hit somebody's radar and get handled, such as you see it being done. So I say to say this: between keeping the literacy level low and keeping the news 100% false or incomplete, such as, let me give you an example. The superintendent in Texas should be charged with obstruction of justice. If not, they should at least be written up for professional negligence. Why? A school teacher lost her eye breaking up a fight, and the news intentionally withheld information about what really happened. They didn't even say what really happened. They said it was a disturbance in the class, and they tried to leave it at that. So they was going to let that. They was more concerned about the general public not sending their kids to that school than they was about that woman's justice. When in reality, people would have sent their kids to that school if they would have seen you give that woman her justice, right or wrong.
Correct.
Correct, because you would have knew for a fact that if something happened to your kids or if something happened to your family while they working in this school or while they here getting their education, whoever do it is going to 100% be held liable instead of it being swept under the rug, right or wrong?
Definitely.
Okay, boom. So I said to say this, between them constantly sweeping shit under the rug and between them constantly making sure that you don't have the literacy, and then if you do have the literacy, they'll do you dirty how they did me. Lock your ass in a room and act like they don't know you back there. So, like I said, they keep getting away with this shit because they keep sweeping. Everybody just keeps sweeping shit under the rug. And until motherfuckers stop sweeping shit under the rug, it'll never stop getting swept under the rug. I don't know what to tell. Not saying you, but I'm just saying you. I don't know what to tell you. All I know is me personally. I have created a template. I wrote a law book, and I wrote everywhere you're supposed to send legal work, how it's supposed to go, and how you're supposed to document it. And if you never heard none of this before in your life, my template is still gonna make sure that as long as you follow the instructions, if I have to send video instructions because you can't read or write, you may be handicapped. I'm not making fun of nobody. If I have to send video instructions, you'll be able to. But like I said, I have a legal template which not only specifically allows you to argue your case, but it's going to have a checkbox to make sure that each and every person that was supposed to get it got it at the time. So even the shit that's beyond your control, when your paperwork go to the back, they gonna have to check that they doing their job. Because if you go in that courtroom and one of them boxes ain't checked, as soon as you go in that courtroom, your case will be dismissed and they'll be getting handcuffed. That's how to the point my check. That's how to the point. That's how to the T my template is, and will continue to be built upon. So, like I said, any and all cases, it can be from a human to an animal. Everything that's supposed to be done on behalf of the government, there will be a checkbox. So it doesn't. Not saying it doesn't matter. It does matter what you do and don't do, or what you did or did not do. But what you did and did not do will not be the only thing that matters in your case, because it never should have been in the first place. How they handled it. For example, the murderer of Nipsey Hussle. Me sitting on this live right now telling you that he should be released out of a cell right now. Somebody should a sheriff should be going, in order to stop the damages. A sheriff should go to his cell right now, let him out of that cell with the proper documentation, submit it to the district attorney's office, and he should be escorted wherever the fuck he gotta go, and he should be released because his case was just as bad as everything that I said was here happened. And he's 100% wrong. Same thing with Young Thug. Like I said, I know you still on the phone. I know you ain't going nowhere. I'm sharing my screen. Let's see if they live with Young Thug. Yeah, Young YMW Melly. No matter what the fuck you say YNW Melly did, like I said, I'm not just going to defend anybody, but I can't speak on what he did because I genuinely don't know. I only spoke on it from what I can, and from what I can see, they need to go let him out of his cell right now. He been in there too long. Like I said, everything has a shelf life. If some meat was on the shelf at fucking your local grocery store, if it was put on the shelf January 1st, 2020, would you eat it in 2024?
Negative.
Hell to the no. Exactly. Yeah, go ahead. I hear you.
So that leads me into this next topic of, if it's not on paper, technically it doesn't exist. It never happened. So
Yeah.
that brings me to the belief of the phrase and the quote, "The world is a stage." So now we're getting into secret societies.
Yeah.
People playing the masses.
Exactly.
So,
Man, listen to me. They have, not to cut you off, you have people in this world that have entire hospitals where they give birth to undocumented people. So it might be somebody on a private land. It might be somebody under the ground. It might be somebody on the water. Like, we don't know if you're on a submarine doing it, who knows? But you have people that give unregistered birth. So you might have a motherfucker that got 5,000 kids somewhere or 500 kids somewhere, and then weaponize them and all kinds of shit, and you would never know until they strike you because it was never documented.
correct, but that takes me back to the Nipsey Hussle, Eric Holder, because there is details about Eric Holder and his father being politically involved with things that are going on.
I hear you. Yeah.
The back page of that is, if there's no correct paperwork, then it's just an act.
Right. Yeah. Well.
So,
Go ahead. Keep
how
talking.
would you defend the second coming of the Holy Spirit in court back to reclaim his land and his property.
Who are you say? Be specific. Who were you say? Who would you say would be the second coming in the Holy Spirit? Who are you saying that is? God, Jesus?
That is incorrect. The Spirit. The Bible has been rewritten. That's another form of a war crime.
Well,
So
if the
from
Bible
that
cannot be, the Bible being rewritten cannot be classified as a war crime, and I'm gonna tell you why. The Bible was never no. I'm gonna tell you why it can't be classified as a war crime. The Bible was never originally written outside of business purposes. It was never written on or within the purpose for establishing civilization or government. It wasn't. So now why is this important? On top of the fact we're talking about the Bible, we have to talk about strict construction. Once again, Christianity is what is associated with the Bible, the belief that Jesus Christ is the prophet. Now, why is that important? Christianity was not here before Catholicism, nor was Christianity here before Satanism, nor was it here before Luciferianism, nor wasn't it here before a lot of things. It's
this is that bag that I like, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Since Christianity was not here before a lot of its predecessing parento bibliographic origins, it's not the primary means of it's not the primary means of debate. So even though I disagree with Christianity, what I will say is this: even if people was to acknowledge it, right, they have to acknowledge that Christianity does not come before Catholicism, because nothing comes before Catholicism. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because Peter says that he talked to an entity to found the Catholic Church. I believe that entity to be a reptilian deity. But whether people agree with that or not, what we 100% are going to agree with is this: Luciferianism and Satanism was spawned from Catholicism through the Holy Wars. Christianity
So
wasn't
now
even.
we're getting into the Pope.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what I'm saying. Christianity wasn't even thought of yet. The concept of Jesus Christ wasn't even thought of yet. Arguably, and I'm saying arguably, the Torah and all of that is arguably either before or after Catholicism. The only religion in the world that somebody can argue was here before Catholicism is Judaism, the Torah. That's the only religious book that somebody can argue was here before Catholicism. So the Catholic Church is and will always be the most heavyweight church on the planet. So still, it will always be the most heavyweight church on the planet. I'm telling you that.
Until the second coming.
No, there is no second coming, because Jesus and Lucifer is the same entity. It's a trick. Christianity is a PG-13 version of Satanism. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's the same thing.
So how
Christianity.
would you define the Holy Spirit entering?
Well, holy is without impurity, and the spirit is a vaporized version of water. It's a hydroplasmic substance of which the spirit is your voice. It's the aspect of your voice to which it exists and permeates through your vessel, your heart. So I said to say this.
I agree.
Right. So I said to say this: it's esoteric, and then there's parts of it that people take to be 100% literal. Now, why is this important? When it comes to the esoteric parts of the teachings of Christianity, that would be expansion of one's awareness, Christ Christos, a consciousness, anointment, the third ventricle, which has melanated liquid in the brain. But when we dealing with it literal, when we talking about the second coming of Christ, a Messiah is considered the lizard king in demonic text. So we talking about the second coming of Satan or Lucifer, because once again, Jesus is a veil for Lucifer. Now, also, if you didn't want to acknowledge that, or people don't want to acknowledge that, Then Muhammad allegedly is the prophet that God, Allah, aka Iblis, which is another name for Satan, sent to enlighten the world because apparently Jesus wasn't enough. So if we were to talk about the second coming of a prophet, that time already came. Jesus already came. So it really would have been the third returning of the Holy Spirit or the prophet, which would have been Muhammad, and that time even went. So in reality, we would be on like the 20th becoming of a prophet. But coming back to holy, holy means to remain pure. And I'm gonna give you an example of why I use water. Water is a spiritual molecule. Without water, alchemy cannot take place. Now, why is this important? Water is not the number one conductor of electricity. A lot of people don't know that. Only metal is. So water void of metal does not conduct electricity. So when we talking about the Holy Spirit, we're talking about a human vessel that is housing one's volume, which is the spirit, void of impurities, meaning you vegan, meaning you don't have metals in your body, meaning you don't have, you're not getting into transhumanism, which is a form of Satanism. You are not impurifying the vessel. You're not impurifying the body. You're keeping the body organic. You're not getting surgeries that got metals in you. You're not impurifying.
What can you do with sensitive skin? Cetaphil Moisturizing Lotion hydrates for a full 48 hours because a lot can happen in 48 hours. Cetaphil, we do skin, you do you.
Take a moment to find your zen. Like Goose.
Tick, tick. Some fucking million views, I need $1 million. God damn. Fucking hot. God damn. What the fuck, man? Gotta go ham. Like fucking turkey or bologna. Niggas kinda phony. But niggas, they can still be my homie. Cause I can get them right with their fucking spiritual. Yeah, I get them right with the fucking lyricals. Young nigga trying to do what I can do. Nigga kinda backed up. Nigga used to rock the full move back in school. Yeah. Back in junior high school where we was. Yeah, back in the day, back in the day, back in the days. Days that we reminisce. And we can't get that twist. And the world is full of shit. Yeah, back in the day, back in the day, back in the day. Yeah. Yeah. Look, check it. Don't be so hard on yourself. Sometimes you might need just a little help. Yeah, teamwork make the fucking dream work. Come through this bitch, yeah, make the thing hurt. Yeah, make that fucking things work. Yeah, that bitch make that fucking thing twerk. You just like to see some jiggle, little bit of wiggle. Do what you can do, my nigga. Yeah, freestyle instrumentals. Yeah, going off the fucking damn mental. Yeah, flow so Frenchal. Yeah. Influential. What's the word? Fuck the word. But niggas a turd. Hey, about to get on the beat. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. This nigga beat right here, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Sunday Scaries.
there, did that, done that. What's next? Cause I've been there, did that, done that. What's next? Cause I've been there, did that, done that. What's next? What's next? Pull up on you, now you part of my movie. Chillin', I'm sippin' a blunt or a doobie. I got a number that's call it a booty. I got my freedom, I'm never gonna lose it. I got my money, my nigga, I'm coolin'. I got no job, the fuck are they doing? I'm a big boss, my time is too precious. I got a plan to live forever. Why they pulling my levers, pushing my buttons, they try to get at me. I do not care, I'm building a planet. That is my music, that is my track list. Yeah, my world a classic, and I made it with passion. Look at the way that I mix it and master. I'm the same, but still from scratch. Setting examples, follow my path, yeah. The biggest experience expanding. Shout out to the pilot for landing. And it's so good who we land with. I'm the captain on a pathway, other captains. Expansion and contraction, cause I've been there and I am that. What's next? I'm way, way, way out there. Way, way in the outskirts of the whole world. I see y'all here. Oh yeah, world all in my palms here. Feel like God overall, yeah. Feel like I'm gonna be on, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm here. Cause I've been there, did that, done that. What's next? Cause I've been there, did that, done that. What's next? Cause I've been there, did that, done that. What's next? What's next? Waking up in the morning, waking up to the fall. Where I am from, you can't go there. I know because you're looking lost. You don't have to remember, you don't have to at all. And that's okay, you will get there. I know because it's who we are. We came from nothing, y'all. Made the overall. We came from nothing, young. We came from nothing, young. We came from nothing, young. We came from nothing. Made the overall. Gotta make my money last. Gotta make my family proud. came from nothing, yeah. Made the I got the recipe, so you can live in peace. Do what you wanna need for you at 17. Make sure you live your dream. excel it up. And we come from the place where you level up. Yeah, level up. Nigga, I'm better, you better not try me, cause karma gon' test to luck, and I'm protected in every dimension, yeah. Mess with us, I got the bang out, and I don't get back, I don't need no help, cause the universe got me like got its steps, yeah. Set it up, I know my future is setting up. I got infinite ways I could get it, plenty of visions, many can't say what I'm saying. leveling up, hey.